Welcome to day 3. Good job on getting here so far. Today we're going to talk about calories, specifically how to set up your calories, how much you should eat during the day. We're going to go over an equation as well as list out some resources for you to check out. So we're going to start off talking about some numbers, specifically the number 3,500. That's the amount of calories in a pound. That's the amount of calories you need to eat less than what you expend to lose a pound of fat. And that can sound like a lot, especially when you think about walking a mile is only about 100 calories you burn. It's so much easier to not eat the calories than it is to try and burn them off later. To get specifics on how you're going to break up what you're eating, we're going to talk about the macronutrients first. And we'll get more detailed about this in another video, but there's 3 main macronutrients: fats, carbs, and proteins. Fats have 9 calories per gram, carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram, and proteins have 4 calories as well. So that's the biggest thing, is you want to look at calorie density. Fats have over 2 times the amount of calories and the same amount of 1 gram than carbs or proteins. So it's not that they will make you fat, it's just that it's easier to eat more calories when you're eating high fat foods. So from a weight loss perspective, thinking about sticking more to protein is going to be a better source of calories than eating mostly fat. At the end of the day, calories in needs to be less than calories out to see an actual weight loss. And if you're getting the majority of your calories from high calorie, low nutrient foods, you're going to end up in a caloric surplus quicker than you would if you're eating high density, low calorie foods. So as a general equation to start, and this will be below, you're going to take your body weight in pounds and then you're going to multiply it by a number between 9 to 14. If you're sedentary or want to lose weight quicker, you're going to stay on a lower number. So if you are moving around through the day but you're not really exercising, you're going to stay at a 10. If you're active, you get a workout in 3 to 5 times a week and you're moving around during the day, you might bump up to an 11. But you're going to take that number and multiply it by your body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds and you don't really work out, 10 times 150 is 1,500 calories. And that's going to be your general target for the day. Before you get to that, you can't change something if you're not already tracking it. I've listed some resources below for calorie trackers that are free via an app or online. And if you take 3 days of normal eating and track your calories to say, how much am I eating normally, then you can adjust from there. Having these numbers allows you to make the accurate changes you need to see the loss you want. If you're eating 3,000 calories, you don't need to drop down to an 800 calorie day. Thinking about just taking a 10% or 500 calorie deficit each day is a great place to start. So we're going to combine this, the information you get from tracking your calories, with the information you get from that general equation to see where do you want to start. And once you have that, you're going to stick there and stay put for about 2 weeks before you readjust. Now, in addition to this, there's some resources below for some general calorie levels of foods you have. That way you can start to get an idea for what you're consuming. You don't have to be an expert, you don't have to track every single calorie you eat, but you do need to develop a general awareness for what you're putting in your body. The biggest problem people face is a lack of general understanding, and they're eating more than they realize, and that's causing them to gain weight. And that doesn't mean it's 1,000 calorie surplus every day. But what happens over the span of a few weeks, if you're eating about 100 to 200 calories more than you're burning, that adds up, that's a pound or 2 every 2 weeks. Then over the span of a few months, you can easily put on 10 pounds. So the same thing is going to happen as we back off of that, but first you have to know what you're typically eating and then start to build awareness around that. All right, so your marching orders for today are to track your calories for 3 days using one of the resources or one that you like already, and then to compare that with the equation to get a general guideline for how much you should eat. We'll talk about some basic diets and how to pick your eating style in the next video. But before then, simply getting an idea for where you are now is going to be the most effective thing you can do.